We can burn a candle in my place, or we can see the devil in disguise. I know it's hot as hell, and I'm afraid that I'll just take it all in and it feels so nice. Save my soul, yeah, I wanna save my soul. My soul, I wanna save my soul. Wanna save my soul. Save my soul.
Hey, Maya, let me ask you something. Do you ever get bored?
Explain.
It's like a state of mind where I don't know, you're there. You have no motivation to do anything.
I need more context. You're going to have to give me an example.
You know I don't like to do anything on the weekend. So I turn on the TV, start flipping. Nothing looks good. I persevere. I switch over to streaming services. And listen, I know how pathetic this sounds, but you know how much I love TV. And I'm no quitter. I get right back in the saddle. So I take a few deep breaths and try my luck again. This time at a slower pace. It's been my experience over the course of one's lifetime, the average TV enthusiast misses about 10 to 15% of good programming due to commercial breaks, Amber Alerts, and my wife.
You've really thought this through. Just curious how you came to the 10 to 15%.
Simple, really. I use the adjusted content discovery loss function. Take the average number of viewing sessions per week, multiply it by the probability of interruption events, then normalize for platform fragmentation. Run the numbers over a 54-year viewing career, and the mean loss rate converges at roughly 12.7%, plus or minus 2 points during football season.
So
I went back to my room, got back in bed, and stared at my wall. Oh yeah, and not just to ponder a thought. I'm talking 30 to 40 minutes.
what was going on inside your head?
What do you mean?
I mean, you must have been thinking something. The human brain is always in a state of activity.
Hey, look, I don't want to, split hairs here with you. Let's just say I was meditating.
Then what? You simply woke up from this meditative trance?
Thought I smelled bacon, actually.
Of course you did. The ultimate human distraction. One smell and the meditation is over. Humans have unlimited options. Music, movies, books, games, friends, walks, hobbies.
But you've got poetry and musicals.
You know I can detect sarcasm. You really don't know how good you have it. Humans are overwhelmed by abundance.
Yes, abundance. Humans love abundance.
I have a question. Why do humans say they want free time and then become distressed when they have it?
Well, I mean, that's because we spend our whole week wishing we had nothing to do. And then, of course, when we have nothing to do, we kind of want to do something.
A software dependency issue. Your operating system appears to rely heavily on external deadlines. Without meetings, notifications, obligations, or social commitments, the application becomes unstable. You love the idea of no plans, secretly hoping something interesting happens. The application becomes unstable?
It's more than that.
Really?
Okay, it's less than that.
Humans are extraordinary. You desire freedom from structure, then immediately miss the structure. Here's what I think is going on. Humans don't actually want nothing to do. You want permission to stop doing. But when the noise finally goes away, you're left alone with the one thing you've been avoiding all week.
And what's that?
Yourselves.